being on break has helped as far as taking care of your body, getting in the gym, working strictly on basketball. But now when you add in the school thing, it's going to make it a lot harder for us. But I mean, this is when you really just got to bear down. This is getting towards the end of the season where you just got to focus in.
I think we just got to remain focused on the big picture, you know. I think people are going to be in classes, but still basketball has got to stay important to us.
School changes, school tomorrow, definitely changes our mentality because, we have classes to focus on now. During the break, it was just basketball, where we was able to just work on ourselves, work on our game. But now, we have class starting tomorrow, so, it's going to be kind of tough.
It's interesting to see kind of the guys' transformation from the end of the fall semester to the beginning of the spring semester, where they really get that experience of being a professional athlete, so to speak, without the hours restrictions, and then seeing them transition back into being student athletes. It's exciting. I think one of the biggest things is that guys get excited to have students back on campus again, to see classmates and to walk around campus, eating in dining halls and things like that, interacting with their fellow college students. So that's one of the things that I think is the biggest change for me, is that those guys really get excited about having fellow classmates around and not just being basketball players, but being college students again.
It's a better feeling also, just knowing that it's people here and we're not the only ones, and just being a dry day the whole day, being at the gym the whole day. So it's definitely a great feeling to see the student, but we just got to stay focused.
The spring semester is different than the fall because we start in season. So we're missing classes from the very beginning, have games, sometimes 2 or 3 games a week. And, academics, you obviously have your classes, and just if we can try to help the team, the guys get as organized as possible. Going to the bookstore, getting their books, making sure they have everything at the beginning.
Yeah, it changes because now we got more stuff to do. Whereas so over break we just had just basketball and playing. Now we got to go to school, go tutors, stuff like that. So I mean, it's getting tougher, but it's good for us.
You don't have that leeway where you have more time to kind of get organized. Here, you have until practice, and then you go to practice, or you have a game. So just kind of really making sure those first couple of days of the semester, meeting with each student, going over their classes, looking at what each class entails, just so that we all have an idea of what lies ahead.
The key to starting out well is just to do good the first few weeks of class and get these first good grades up, and then that just makes it better for you, easier for you throughout the whole semester if you start out on a good note.
I think it's also good to be prepared to look at upcoming exams, assignments, with the travel, kind of coordinating that. We do try to work as much ahead as possible, and if we can get off to that good start and really just buckling in after having like a month off, it really makes it just a little bit more smoother and a little easier for them when they do start to miss some classes coming up and do have games at night and, are up late. And just trying to focus on that piece.
Well, it's always, important to break the ice with the professor. The first day of class, go up to the professor after class and tell him, you're part of the basketball team, and then we always give him a schedule, with our days off, our days that we're going to miss. And, it just helps the professor, get to know you better and just, have a good feel of, when you're going to be in class and when you're not going to be there.
There's a long break between the fall and spring semester, and I do think that they are excited to be back here, just to kind of get in a routine, get their schedule down. Once after the first few days, it's pretty much set. I think most people work best in routines, and they are the same way. And just kind of helping them. I mean, they're excited. New classes. They, some are really excited. Oh, I'm really excited about this one class. This topic interests me. And it's kind of neat to see because it's, most people don't see that side of them. It's only on the basketball court or at practice. But, they do get excited and are in here talking about their different classes that they have in the semester.
My classes are pretty good. I mean, no complaints really. I have a couple interesting professors, definitely, but I like my classes so far.
Everybody asks what goes into a championship season. There are a ton of different things going. The X's and O's, the conditioning, the health of the team, and then there's luck. The timing of injuries, that kind of thing. Javon Bess, broke his foot in the preseason, knock on wood, and he's looking healthy and getting better day by day on the court.
Injuries, illnesses, all those things are a part of athletics. If you look up and down the rosters all over the country, people are having injuries, having illnesses, and part of being a champion is being able to deal with adversity and rise past it and continue to perform.
Our focus with Quentin Sawyer and Dr. Kovan and myself, our focus is just to really make sure these guys are doing what they need to do off the court. As far as food goes, as far as working out, taking care of their body.
We definitely have a very good team of professionals who are all motivated to the common goal of helping these guys be healthy and strong and to perform at a very high level. And our guys work very hard, work extremely hard in the weight room. Some of these guys, when they show up to campus, have never really been a part of any sort of structured strength and conditioning program. Some guys have at other different places, but Vorg really, he's been doing it for a while and has a background of producing results when it comes to getting guys in the weight room, getting them bigger, stronger, faster, and really being a great asset in that area.
The off season, we're going 4 days a week in the weight room lifting. Once the preseason rolls around, the month of September, early October, we're in a conditioning phase as well, where we're incorporating some treadmill work, some treadmill sprints. Everything we do basketball related with the coaching staff is usually at a high tempo, so we're getting a lot of conditioning in on the court already within that. So it's now that we're more of a year-round type program across the nation with basketball, you really got to be careful how much extra conditioning you're doing per se, especially early on in the summer and in the preseason. Now that we're in the season and we're going, it's more of a lifting, lifting twice a week, specifically with the guys that play a lot of minutes. Conditioning is more at a minimum as far as working with me, because we're getting that conditioning within the practice. The guys are pretty much in great shape at this point of the year, especially. Now you're looking at anybody that has an injury, that kind of thing. We're trying to maintain their conditioning level, depending on what that injury is, will really direct me as to what I can do with them. So if it's an upper body injury, I can still run them on the court, on the treadmill, if it's a lower body injury, might be in the Alter G treadmill, might be in a pool, that kind of thing, or on a spin bike. But anybody else, that isn't playing as many minutes, might be a red shirt, they're going to get in the weight room a little extra too and get some extra work in that way too. I'll take a guy like Kenny Goins. Obviously, you look at him, he's going to be a guy that we want to gain weight. We want to put on some solid muscle mass. And when you have him doing as much as he does in practice, and that's what people don't see, he's not doing a whole lot in the games, obviously being a red shirt, but in practices, he's going hard. He's in there all the time, going against the first and second teams. Then you're having him lift on top of that. It's almost, you got to balance it that we're not burning the candle at both ends. He's got to get that nutrition. He's got to, eat well and eat a lot to put on some muscle mass. So we're really, hitting him up from both ends and burning a lot of calories. To put on a lot of muscle mass during a basketball season, that's very hard to do. And maybe I've had one guy like an Adam Ballinger who did that significantly, but the time he'll really skyrocket come May, June. We'll see some really good changes in a guy like that. I think going into the semester right now really helps our guys from a performance perspective. It freshens up their mind a little bit. Hopefully, kind of refreshes their mind, refreshes their body a little bit as well as we get going in the Big Ten season and that kind of thing. And with the day off here or there, I think hopefully that helps refresh them and our performance starts to take off a little bit more in the next couple weeks.
Well, if there's been a surprise, it's that the strength of this team right now has been Costello and Schilling.
Those guys have done a really good job. If you would have told us at the beginning of the year that we'd be getting, close to 17 points and 10 rebounds from that position, I think we would have been thrilled to death. Both of those guys are really continuing to improve. They're working hard. We got to get Gavin coming along with his free throws. But overall, those guys have been a breath of fresh air.
coming into the season, we really didn't know what we were going to get out of that big spot, especially with those two guys who really didn't play as much last year, and Gavin being a freshman last year. But I mean, you can just tell they've been working. I mean, those are two guys that are constantly in the gym together, getting better, and I think it's showing, and it's really helped us, helped our team not only offensively but defensively too. And a lot of that credit is on them because of their hard work and their focus.
Yeah, Matt and Gavin, they've done a really good job. They've been coming in and watching film and just basically listening to whatever coach tells them to do. And they make each other better in practice. They compete in practice, and it's really shown in the game.
We kind of embrace our role, and we're playing with confidence now. I'm playing with way more confidence than I was last year, and that's really helped my game a lot. I'm feeling more comfortable inside. Me and Matt, we're just contributing to our best right now.
The things that changed for me this year has really been the confidence in the amount of things I got to do on the floor. Before, it was just coming in as a support person with AP and Nick's, taking most of the big guy roles. This year, a lot of more pressure has been put on me and Gav to step up and take care of the big man role for this team.
Getting to play more, along with that comes more confidence and more comfortability. So that's really what happened to me this year, is that I just got to feel more comfortable and more confident, and that really increased my successful play.
Gav was young. He came in at 17 years old. He was really young, but he was a freak of nature, a freak athlete, able to do some scary things on the floor when he put his mind to it. And he's grown up quite a bit, becoming more consistent, doing things a little better. And it's been a joy to watch.
We always, help each other out. We talk to each other in games. Like you said, if we see something that the other one hasn't seen, we'll probably put that out to one, just to help each other out, help each other, out on defense and things like that.
It makes it so much easier, especially defensively, where, a lot of the offenses we play against are ball screens, and every time they come to set a ball screen on me, I see them there, and they're up there impacting it. So they make our job so much easier, and they're doing such a good job of picking and rolling and catching lobs. So, that just speaks to them and their work ethic.
It's funny when you have guys sharing a position like that. That's typically the case. But the good thing for us has been there have been several games where we've had both play well, and anytime that happens, you're excited.
We're just rooting for each other, both trying to do the best we can and move forward from there.
I think the biggest thing is the consistency that they've kind of shown. Hopefully, they can continue to be as consistent as they are. Defensively, they've been unbelievable, and the scoring has really been a bonus. So if they can just keep it up and keep being as consistent as they've been thus far, we'd be pleased.
They've been as consistent, good defensively as we could ask. It's where I thought that might be one of our weaknesses. That has been our strength. And if that continues, and if we get our guard play a little better, I think we'll be back winning a lot of games.
The senior managers, they keep up on a senior manager texting thing, group text that they have with all the senior managers in the Big Ten.
Usually they'll come pick us up. A couple of the managers will come to our hotel because we don't have any rides or anything like that, and we'll go and meet all their guys and play for an hour or so. And it is a pretty cool thing that the Big Ten and I know some of the other conferences do as well.
It's a high-strung game. It means a lot. It's we treat it like our game the next day. We want to win and everything like that. So it means a lot to us, and it's fun because it's competitive, and it's great to talk to those guys and get to know them and see what life is like for them and everything like that.
And for us, you got to look out for Scotty Beskin, man. Starting off, he's our combo guard, knockdown shooter. Plays with tremendous energy, very active, cutter, and we're gonna try to free him up like Steph Curry. I'm gonna be the Draymond Green of the manager squad tonight.
I'm running with a little younger guys, but it's still the same idea of having a chance to interact with other managers and staffs across the nation. So that's fun, and the competitiveness is still the same.
And it's cool to see, how their program is the same, how it's different, what the relationships are with the players and their coaching staff. and stuff like that, the places they've been. And it's cool too because you know, we're trying to go in the same route, either coaching or stay in sports. So you build these connections and networks that you never know down the line. If you get a job, if they get a job, and to hire you, go with them, do something like that. So that part is really cool.
It's fun to come out and play these games and stuff, you know. Get to play other managers, make connections and stuff. It's fun to come play on the floor that our players will be playing on tomorrow night. So
a lot of guys think that managers are just water boys, towel guys, that kind of thing. But all of us played in high school. We just weren't big enough for, you know, decided not to play at the D3 level, things like that. So yeah, we know how to play, and we're around it all the time. So we can get out there and do a little more than people think. So
yeah, you know, I mean, especially helps playing with Drew Valentine too, because you know he played in college. You know, Scotty Besko was pretty good. I mean, you know, I just kind of go out there, play a role player out there. We got everyone who can score: Dieter, Besko, back home, Nadu, and Roscoe. I mean, when we play at home, it gets competitive. We're just pretty good. We got some good players on this team.
And that's the part that, you know, we like the most. We have an IM team together and everything, and that's fun. But to be able to play against other Big Ten schools and everything like that, that's kind of cool. It's, you know, us living our glory moment. You know, we're obviously not that good to play at a Division I level, so to be able to play the managers, you know, it's kind of like reliving our glory days for us, and it's a really fun time. And makes it enjoyable for everybody. It makes the trip more fun for us.
Yep. We have our mix-up. We probably have about 10 more turnovers than we need, but you know, we play decent. We know the game well, so we might be able to run a decent offense. It's just whether the shots are falling, and today they're falling.
Yeah, opposite of last time we played them at our place. We struggled to hit some shots, but tonight with the rematch, we wanted to come out and take it to these guys a little bit. We were a little hurt last time when they got us at our place, so yeah, we shot the ball a little bit better tonight.
I mean, yeah, we came out, we were hitting shots. Berg was in his transition threes. Basically, we just hit shots and D'd up. I don't know, Jay. I'm not used to this, man. I'm not used to this talking. I'm behind the scenes.
It's definitely a good time, you know. We keep standings. We got a Twitter page up. There's standings out there. It gets competitive. You know, we don't like to go out and lose.
But we got a decent squad that came here, and we got the win. 77-41. It's pretty convincingly.
First time out in Maryland, first time we're playing them at their place. It's been really nice, a little bit warmer for us. We're close to Navy, so kind of the same climate, things like that. It's just cool being somewhere new, checking out a new stadium.
Good to see the gym for the first time, and it's a new place, new environment, so it's gonna be fun.
It felt different going up to the top, you know, being that it was the first time, but this is our tradition, and you know, this is what we do at Michigan State. So you know, it felt good, you know, just to see everyone, including myself, being the seniors, go up to the top.
Michigan State and Maryland going head-to-head, a rematch of the matchup they had in Lansing on December the 30th. Valentine takes the baseline inside point blank for Dawson.
That was a great entry pass there by Valentine to Costello, who set up early on the break.
Doesn't go for Trimble, and controlled by Trice. Nairn, the post feed. Costello works his way in.
Forbes down low to Schilling. Schilling's working, running, hook shot, good.
Bess to the hoop, and the flip goes down. Javon Bess, the freshman, connects.
Trimble has it. Being guarded by Nairn. Fires for three, and he's got 5 of them. And that's the way this half is going to end.
Well, this place is going wild right now.
It's it over now to Wells. Wells at the free throw line, spins. What a block that time by Dawson, but it comes right back to Wells. He saves it, but there's only 3 on the shot clock. A forced tray by Nickens. And I cannot believe that went in. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, that's just a backbreaker there. Great defense by Michigan State.
So here comes MSU. A tray is fired by Valentine. Nice counter. What a win for Maryland. And the Terps are going to sweep Michigan State in the regular season.
Well, and give them credit. They played well offensively, defensively, made things very hard for the Spartans today. And a couple of great performances from their best players, Tremble and Lehman. They played great.
They sure did.
Won 3 in a row. We're doing well. Wanted to come in here and prove ourselves, and we laid an egg. So give it to Maryland. They played very well today, but we just laid an egg. We didn't play up the par.
Yeah, it was definitely frustrating. Tonight, we had good looks, but nothing can fall for us. We played hard. We execute our offense, but the shots didn't fall. We were 3 for 17. We missed a lot of layups. Missed free throws. So it was definitely frustrating tonight.
We got to look ourselves in the mirror. I think just go like Michigan State is toughness. That's for when we think of Michigan State being toughness, and that's not how we play tonight. We play soft tonight.
We were trying to make a surge in the second half, and every time we started to do something, they would just hit it, hit shots, and it's tough to bounce back from that. I mean, you can't really make up on anybody if they're scoring.
I hope it focuses everybody on the team a lot. We got to see what we did tonight, and we played soft tonight. We got to change that.